Happy VA Wednesday. So today we're going to get real about debt, and we're going to be talking about debt consolidation, debt settlement, and what you need to watch out for. Now look, usually on this channel I'm talking about mortgages, but guess what? Credit is a very big part of your mortgage. And guys, I've been there. 100 years ago, I did debt settlement. It was the worst mistake of my financial life. And the reason I'm doing this video is I've had quite a few people coming to me recently who are in the middle of this process. I was just talking to a gentleman before I filmed this video who let me know that the way he found the company was they were advertising as veteran friendly on Facebook. Let's get into it. Look, having debt can feel overwhelming, right? We all know that. These companies that are telling you that they can fix it like this are full of shit. Yeah, it's going to be a salty video. Just saddle up. They're full of it, right? And it's very confusing because you're like, well, wait a second. This is an advertisement on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or wherever, and it's a group of lawyers. So lawyers can't lie, right? Guys, here's the thing. So many of these companies, they have names where like you either think it's like a government thing, like national or elite, right? You guys can fill in the titles. And really all they are doing is the pitch goes like this. Hey, you owe 30K. There's two different types. First pitch, you owe 30K. Look, we're going to do a loan. You're going to pay us $1,000 a month. And you don't need to worry about those guys. And you're like, oh my God, that's great. I'm paying these guys $2,000. I'm just going to pay you $1,000. That's great. You know, a couple weeks goes by, you're delighted because you're like, this is amazing. I'm free. I can breathe again. Hey, we need you to stop paying those other guys. Wait, what? Yeah, you got to stop paying those other guys. Why? Well, because we only gave you a loan for 15K and you owe them 30. So we got to negotiate with them. Wait, what? Yes, that's pitch number one. So pitch number one, they actually get you in, they give you a loan because what they're going to try to do is negotiate with your creditors, and then you're paying them. I'm not kidding. While they do this. And then ultimately, let's say that you owe $10,000 to this card. They paid off for $5,000 with the money from your loan, right? That's how this works. Well, what's happening in the meantime is your credit's getting destroyed. It's that simple. Your credit gets destroyed from this, you know, late. And if you're like, okay, well, but that's cool. Like I owe all this money and, you know, if I owe them less, like I'm okay with that if my credit's bad for a couple months. Guys, it could be years. It could be years. You could get sued by your creditors as well. That's the stuff they don't tell you. You know, they can't guarantee that there's going to be an end result. They can't guarantee that your 30 is going to turn into 15. They can't guarantee any of it. And if you start actually researching these companies, you go to Better Business Bureau, you go to Reddit, you go to Google online reviews, you will see there is a trail of broken hearts following these companies. And it's because everyone's like, oh my God, I'm going to get out of debt. It's great. By destruction, right? And that's the thing. You need to understand that your credit will be destroyed. Yeah. You could get sued. And they'll go, oh, well, we'll fight that. Great. They still don't control the creditor. That's the thing, is that these companies don't control these people. They can quote as much consumer law as they want. There's nothing that makes a creditor have to settle for less than what they're owed. There's nothing that does that in the law. Nothing, right? So they're just hoping that by depriving the creditor of money, that they're going to get desperate and settle. That's the whole game. But here's the thing. There's some companies that realize these companies are doing this. So they don't settle because they don't want to encourage their behavior. And so they sue you. Yeah. And they can within their legal rights. Oh, God, I know. We just wanted to get out of debt. So stressful. Okay, so that's number one. The second pitch is, hey, like, yeah, you've got a lot of debt. You're so overextended. You know, and the gentleman who called me recently was telling me that they actually told him, yeah, just go charge up your credit cards and then we'll work on just getting rid of them. Whoa, they like encouraged him to go charge up more debt before they started. So the way this one works is he pays a monthly fee and they're supposed to get rid of his debt. Here's the interesting part. So I'm like, okay, well, are they going to try to negotiate it down? Nope. They just told me to stop paying and I just pay them $300 a month and they'll get rid of it. Okay, well, how's that going so far? My credit score's ruined. Okay, great. How else is that going? XYZ is saying they're going to sue me. I sent it to them. They said they would handle it. Okay, so basically you're paying them this monthly amount, and he'd already been working with them for a year and a half. He has another contract with them for another year. They're getting him to sign contracts in advance. And his credit's just getting toasted because it's just a game of, okay, will it turn into a collection and a charge off, right? Like you could easily read the way credit card, like how much they can come after you, how many years can they sue, all of that stuff's available online, right? But they're charging a fee for you to not pay your bill. So here's the thing on this one. It's like, look, if you're just going to stop paying your bills, you're not going to negotiate or anything. You're just going to stop paying your bills. You don't need to pay someone to do that. You don't. You don't. Like, what are they doing? You're just not paying your bills and you're waiting for them to become charge-offs, which can take 7, 8, 9, 10, never years, right? It doesn't work. But the problem is that I feel like you almost have to go through it, right? And that's why I'm comfortable doing this video, is because I went through that like 20 plus years ago, right? Where it really destroyed my credit and I couldn't believe it. It was lawyers. Like, how is this happening? To really understand, like, this stuff's really a scam, guys. And the next thing is, like, why is it still around? Like 20 years plus and still going on. I don't know. That's the thing. I can't figure it out. I'm like, why are these companies allowed to exist? And some of them have names where it makes it seem like they're a government entity. And all they're doing is, they're destroying people's credit, right? They're putting them in a bad position. Depending on which way it is, sometimes you're paying a loan here, you're not paying over here. You could, like, there's potential lawsuits. Like, there's so much harm in it. I don't know why it hasn't been shut down. Honestly, truly, I don't know. But I do know that, look, guys, if you've seen this video, if you're like, oh, I saw this great ad, Jen, they can just get rid of my debt. They can't. It's not a real thing, okay? I want you to sit down and think about the people you owe money to and go, okay, is there some magical person that can just make them go poof? The answer's no, okay? So look, don't sign up for these companies. If you're like, I really want to though, please just read the Better Business Bureau's, Reddit, all the information's out there to avoid it. These people can't guarantee what these people are gonna do. You're the one who's just left in the middle, and you're the one that ultimately pays the price. And here's the thing. For a VA mortgage, you don't have to have a perfect credit score. We don't have a credit score requirement, but I can't have any lates within the last year or active collections. If you start a process like this, you could be out of the water for 3, 4, 5, 6, however long it takes, years, depending on how many creditors you have. It's not worth it. If you can make the payments, make the payments. If you're under a hardship, call the creditor direct, right? Call them, tell them what's going on. See if there's a way to do some sort of payment plan. Don't go here. All these shiny ads are just that, shiny ads. So look, I hope this video helps you. If one of your friends is thinking of doing this, please, please tell them not to. Have them go to Reddit, have them go to Better Business Bureau, and just really protect yourselves, guys. There's so many predatory ads out there, and they're all just allowed to keep on saying whatever they want in order to keep themselves in business. Thanks for watching.